Good day and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice coverage of the ongoing civil war taking place inside of the former state of Ethiopia. And before I talk about the continued offensive by the Oromo Liberation Army, we have been receiving reports over the last 48 hours plus that mountain infantry units of the Tigrayan Defense Forces have crossed back into the Amhara region, specifically in the areas near and south of Adi Kesawist. Apparently, and the Tigrayan Defense Forces have seized control of several strong points just across the Tigray-Amharan border. Clearly, as we zoom in to the area in question, that is just south of Adi Kesawist, and again, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. I'm sure someone will absolutely correct me in the comment section. But you have a series of rather significant terrain features just across the Tigray-Amharan border, and it kind of makes sense that given the methodology of the Tigrayan Defense Forces, mainly being a mountain and light infantry force, that it would look to seize control of certain areas that it felt were certain strong points if hostilities were to recommence between Abiy loyalist, Amhara regional militias, and quite possibly the army of the despotic regime of Eritrea. But what we do know is a fairly significant contingent of the Tigrayan Defense Forces, namely mountain infantry units, crossed into the area near Adi Kesawist, seizing control of some of these major terrain features. And we do have reports that the Tigrayan Defense Forces were actually able to bring in some heavy artillery, artillery that can be moved and set up in some of these mountain-like conditions. And right now we are continuing to hear that the TDF has moved into some of these locales and are continuing to set up strong points, and again on some of these key terrain features just south of the Tigray-Amharan border, more or less in the southeast quadrant of the area in question. It would be just west of Kobo. As we know, the Tigrayan Defense Forces launched an incredibly successful counteroffensive after evicting the Abiy loyalist formations in the Eritrean army from the Tigray region. The Tigrayan army was able to seize control of Kobo, Weldea, Mercer, Kombolcha, Dese, and moving and linking up with OLA fighters in Kamise, and then continuing to press southwest, at one point even threatening some areas closer to Addis Ababa, such as Debre Burhan. But again, well, we did see the Tigrayan Defense Forces make a withdrawal back into the Tigray region, but now who knows what is happening in terms of, is this preparation for further operations that would give the Tigrayan Defense Forces the ability to better defend the southern and southeastern approaches to the Tigray region in the event of open hostilities were to be renewed. Makes completely legitimate sense in terms of why the TDF would be doing what they were doing. Again, as you cross the Tigrayan border, you would have to get much deeper into Tigray before you get these key terrain features that the TDF likes to defend, whereas it just makes sense crossing in and creating the security buffer zone, if that's what we're seeing right now. It's hard to say. It could be a defensive operation designed to clear out certain elements of Amhara militias that have been massing in this area. So again, very, very difficult to say what is the ultimate goal of the Tigrayan Defense Forces. But again, right now they've seized control of several terrain features southwest of Adi Kesawist, and we'll continue to monitor that very, very closely. Furthermore, we are hearing reports of really savage and brutal fighting that has been taking place west, northwest of, and predominantly west of Addis Ababa, with this continued Oromo Liberation Army offensive. It is wide-ranging and vast in scope, going all the way to the west of the country, near the border with South Sudan, and extends hundreds of kilometers east, even probably within 60, 70 miles outside of the capital of Fenfene, Addis Ababa. So we'll continue to monitor the situation and report and bring you more information as we receive it. Have a great day.